Have you ever had that gut feeling about someone? Something just didn't sit right, but you couldn't put your finger on it. Trusting that instinct could save your life. In a world where appearances often deceive, Stoic philosophy teaches us to observe carefully and act wisely. Today, we'll uncover 7 warning signs that a dangerous individual might be closer than you think. Why Stoic wisdom can help you spot danger. The ancient Stoics like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca didn't just offer advice on personal resilience and inner peace, they understood human nature deeply. By observing others with calm detachment, they identified traits and behaviors that indicate danger. In this video, we'll take Stoic teachings and combine them with modern psychological insights to help you recognize when someone around you might pose a threat. Let's dive into the 7 warning signs of a dangerous individual, and remember, wisdom lies in preparation and discernment, not fear. Warning. Sign 1. Excessive charm and manipulation. Dangerous individuals don't always come with menacing expressions or overt threats. In fact, one of the most deceptive warning signs is excessive charm. Manipulative people often use charm as a weapon to lower your defenses. They know that people naturally let their guard down around those who make them feel good. The Stoics taught that superficial appearances shouldn't blind us to the truth. In Meditations, Marcus Aurelius reminds us to look beyond the surface and question the intent behind actions. Does this person seem too perfect? Are they constantly seeking approval, using flattery to sway you? That's a major red flag. Pay attention to those who are over-complimentary or seem to always agree with everything you say. Their charm may be a mask for manipulation, hiding dangerous motives. Stoic wisdom teaches us to remain neutral, observing without emotional attachment. This keeps us from falling prey to the allure of deceptive charm. Tip: question the sincerity behind someone's words. True character is revealed over time, not in fleeting moments of charm. Warning sign. 2. Controlling and isolating behavior. Control is a hallmark of dangerous individuals. They thrive on dominance, often disguised as care or concern. This can manifest in subtle ways, constantly needing to know your whereabouts, questioning your decisions, or slowly pushing you to isolate yourself from friends and family. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, warned against losing control over your own freedom. In his letters, he emphasized the importance of autonomy and independence. If someone is trying to limit your freedom under the guise of love, concern, or protection, this is a clear warning sign. Dangerous individuals use isolation to weaken your support system, making you dependent on them. This can happen in both personal and professional relationships. A controlling boss or partner can gradually erode your sense of independence. Tip: watch for attempts to control your time, social interactions, or even your thoughts. The Stoics remind us that freedom is essential to a virtuous life. Warning sign. 3. Emotional instability and unpredictable behavior. Another key warning sign is emotional instability. Stoic philosophy places a high value on emotional regulation. As Epictetus said, we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. A dangerous individual, however, often lacks this control. Their emotions are unpredictable, ranging from extreme highs to deep lows without any clear reason. Unstable individuals may react explosively to minor setbacks, shifting from being friendly one moment to hostile the next. This volatility creates an environment of fear and uncertainty, which they use to manipulate and dominate those around them. Stoics teach us to cultivate equanimity, a balanced mind in all circumstances. When someone consistently behaves erratically, it's a sign that they are not in control of themselves. This unpredictability can escalate into dangerous behavior if not addressed. Tip: Trust your intuition. If someone's mood swings make you feel uneasy, distance yourself. Emotional volatility is not a trait of someone who is balanced or safe to be around. Warning sign. 4. Lack of empathy and compassion. Empathy is what binds us as human beings. Without it, someone can easily become dangerous. The Stoics believed that true wisdom comes from understanding and sharing in the human experience, which includes compassion for others. A dangerous individual, however, lacks this fundamental trait. They may show little concern for the feelings or suffering of others, be indifferent to cruelty, or even take pleasure in other people's misfortune. This absence of empathy allows them to hurt others without remorse, making them far more dangerous than someone with a temper or emotional instability. Seneca wrote extensively about the need for human kindness and understanding, saying, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness." If someone consistently lacks empathy, especially in moments where most people would show care, that's a serious red flag. Tip: observe how they treat others, especially those who can't offer them anything in return. A lack of empathy is a sign of deeper, more dangerous issues beneath the surface. Warning sign 5. Obsessed with power and control over others. Dangerous individuals are often obsessed with power and control. They don't just seek success or leadership, they crave dominance over others. This can manifest as bullying, abuse of authority, or an unrelenting desire to be in control at all times. The Stoics, especially Marcus Aurelius, warned against the intoxicating nature of power. True power, according to the Stoics, lies in self-control, not control over others. An obsession with power is one of the clearest warning signs of danger. People who are consumed by the need to dominate often lack self-awareness and humility. They will do whatever it takes to maintain control, even if it means causing harm to those around them. Tip: be cautious of those who always need to be in charge or who get a thrill from seeing others fail or suffer. Power without compassion is a dangerous combination. Warning. Sign 6. Deception and constant lying. The Stoics valued honesty and integrity above all else. Dangerous individuals, on the other hand, use deception as a tool. Whether through small lies or major fabrications, they manipulate reality to suit their own needs. A person who constantly lies, distorts the truth, or withholds information cannot be trusted. Deception erodes trust, and once trust is gone, danger isn't far behind. Dangerous people lie to cover their tracks, manipulate situations, and control how others perceive them. These lies are often subtle at first, but can escalate into more serious deceptions over time. As Epictetus once said, "It is impossible to begin to learn that which one thinks one already knows." A person who constantly lies is not only dangerous, but also incapable of personal growth or improvement. They live in a world of illusions, and they want to pull you into that world. Tip: pay attention to inconsistencies in someone's stories. If you catch someone in multiple lies, that's a strong indication they cannot be trusted. Warning. Sign 7. Violent outbursts or physical intimidation. Finally, the most obvious warning sign is violence or the threat of violence. Stoicism teaches us to respond to adversity with calm and composure, but a dangerous individual thrives on chaos and fear. If someone uses physical intimidation, even in small ways, blocking your path, standing too close, or raising their hand in anger, this is a serious red flag. The Stoics believed in facing challenges with reason and self-control, but dangerous individuals use force to impose their will. Physical intimidation can be a precursor to more serious violence, and it should never be ignored. Marcus Aurelius advised, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." In other words, do not meet aggression with aggression. Instead, recognize when someone's behavior crosses the line and remove yourself from the situation. Violence is the final tool of a dangerous individual, and it should always be taken seriously. Tip: never dismiss violent behavior, no matter how minor it may seem. Physical aggression is a clear sign that someone is dangerous. Conclusion: stay vigilant, stay wise. Recognizing these 7 warning signs: excessive charm, controlling behavior, emotional instability, lack of empathy, obsession with power, deception and violence, can help you protect yourself from dangerous individuals. Stoic philosophy teaches us that wisdom lies in awareness and preparation. By staying vigilant, you can safeguard your peace and well-being. Remember, the goal isn't to live in fear, but to cultivate the wisdom to recognize danger before it strikes. Be calm, be observant, and most importantly, trust yourself.